Reputation management is an essential part of SMM marketing. We already briefly touched on how to use good reviews for personal content. Now I want to teach you how to respond to negativity. The first thing you need to do is to start monitoring. There are a lot of monitoring services you can use to track reviews. Semantic Force is a tool used to monitor reviews. By simply typing in a few keywords, you can see where you were mentioned. For example, type in web promo experts, and Tonwar Nuke, and so on. As soon as we are mentioned, we receive a notification. Web promo experts wrote an article titled 4 Ways to Force Yourself to Learn. This article was shared in Telegram. Our other article, Top 21 Tools for an SEO Specialist, was shared on Facebook, Instagram, and other sites and resources. When you use a monitoring services, a notification will be sent every time somebody mentions you. On the other hand, you have to determine the tonality manually. Monitoring services rarely accurately determine whether a review is positive or negative. I'm going to filter out the negative reviews so that I can show you what I mean. So here it is that we are mentioned in an article, and that's it. We would really have to read through this to determine if the text is positive or negative. There is a separate tab that allows us to directly analyze sites. For example, if you are only interested in Facebook, just select Facebook and hit Apply. Most of what we see here are just mentions about the content, but here we also see that Zoltan Konzar left a review. Let's see what kind of feedback it is. Thank you for the knowledge you shared with me in your SMM course. As you can see, the Academy has already commented. Thank you for your feedback, we are glad that you liked it. This is an example of engaging with positive reviews. If it was a negative review, we will still have to react in a positive way. I see business owners handle this process the wrong way all the time, especially on Google. The customer will post a complaint and then business owner will respond quite aggressively or deny any wrongdoing. I respond to every negative review I get the same way, positively. When I read reviews for something I'm interested in trying, I always look at the bad reviews first and see if the owner addresses them. If they are respectful and willing to fix a problem, I assume that the business is legitimate. In order to react to negativity correctly, you need to understand what type of negativity it is. There are 4 key types of negativity. Constructive negativity, negativity campaigning or mudslinging, irrational negativity, and trolling. Constructive negativity is when there truly is a problem with your product and it needs to be solved. Mudslinging is when your competitors purposely post nasty things to bring you down. Irrational negativity is when the customer thinks you are to blame for them not to understand your product. The last type of negativity is trolling. Trolls are just there to make you upset for their own entertainment. Responding to criticism is simple and difficult at the same time. It is important that you remain professional no matter what type of negativity you are responding to. For constructive criticism, apologize if you did something wrong and offer to try and fix the situation. Always refute mudslinging strongly but respectfully. I see mudslinging frequently. In my opinion, companies often do not handle a negative PR in the right way. A lot of the time, companies come out soft when addressing an issue and their position is oftentimes unclear. When companies do this, it's like dangling meat in front of a hungry lion. Public opinion will radically shift against the business in question. To avoid this situation entirely, clearly state your objections to the presented claims and make sure the statement you give cannot be left up to interpretation. Irrational negativity is the hardest to respond to. Deal with irrational negativity the same way you deal with constructive criticism. Make sure that your employees are trained well in customer service. If someone leaves a negative review and your employee responds in an angry way, it can make the problem worse. So why don't we just delete comments? Because when we delete comments, they will resurface as screenshots on another platform. When you delete comments, you end up looking like the guilty party. It's better just to deal with the situation as best as you can. Do not attempt to resolve irrational negativity in a public forum. You should acknowledge the user's complaint with a kind response, but after that you should direct them to a private setting where you can settle matters out of the public eye. That way you have a chance to turn a hater into a brand advocate. For trolls, it's the best just not to respond. If you think someone is trolling you, they probably are. Don't waste your time with these people and move on to the next review. Let's go to our table to practice dealing with negative and positive reviews.